Hello, hello. I can hear myself on Twitch. Now let's see, can I hear myself on YouTube? I can indeed. Great. Hey, bonjour, Azeli. Hello. I never know. Je sais jamais si je suis censé parler en français ou en anglais ou quoi au caisse, mais bonjour à toi. J'espère que tu vas bien. Je t'ai enfin répondu. Enfin. Un peu de français, je peux. Alors attends, faut que je me mute. Voilà, fallait que je me mute moi-même parce que sinon j'allais continuer à m'entendre de mon côté et ça aurait été très problématique pour rester concentré. Oui, t'as vu que je t'ai enfin répondu. T'as bien fait de m'envoyer un message. Ouais, non, mais j'ai des problèmes. Mais t'as bien fait de m'envoyer un message parce que du coup ça m'a forcé. Je me suis dit, vas-y, fais-le maintenant. Mais voilà, je t'ai enfin répondu. J'espère que tu vas bien et que tout se passe bien de ton côté. Bon, par contre, du coup, pour le reste du stream, je vais quand même reprendre en anglais, étant donné que tout le reste du stream va être en anglais, mais si jamais tu me renvoies des messages, évidemment, je te répondrai. Par contre, ce qui serait pas mal, ce serait que je change de scène, hein, parce que c'est bien beau de me voir ici. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Toupoudoupoudou. And there we go. The scene has been changed, and you can now see me. Épuisé, mais GoStream, amuse-toi bien, merci. Bah, repose-toi bien, j'espère que tu pourras trouver le repos aujourd'hui. And as for the stream, we have many things to do, to say, to everything. There is so much today because a lot has happened, so I will try to go through a sort of list. I probably should have written that list somewhere, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. I should have done it. Too bad, I guess. But yeah, there is a lot to talk about. First off, I'm sorry about yesterday's stream. I cancelled it because I was not feeling well. I had a headache from around 5:30 in the morning all the way to around 10 p.m. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole day. My head was killing me, my eyes were killing me as well. Although, to be fair, my headache kind of shifted throughout the day. At some point it was the front of the head that was painful, at some point it was the back of the head, the middle of the head, the right side of the head. Not so much the left, but I do remember that towards the evening it was mostly the right side and my right eye were hurting. So yeah, I wasn't really feeling like staring at a screen, and actually I couldn't do anything all day long because yeah, pretty much everything I do involves the computer. So that was bad, but oh well, it is what it is. But I am back, I am here, I am fine today, I am very excited actually, because as I said before, many things have happened. The number one thing that I will mention, or rather the first thing that I will mention, just because I want to get this out of the way, is that I have more or less finished writing the script for my next video on Wuthering Waves, the second act's recap. I almost finished it. I want to retweak the ending to make it more pleasant to hear and stuff like that, but I'm almost done with that. I know it's been a while since I've published my last video, and that's only because I have plenty of issues to deal with, but on top of that, I was working on this whole simulcasting or multi-streaming thing. More importantly, the whole aspect of graphic designs for my overlays and stuff like that. So that was very time-consuming. Now I have done away with those things. They should stay the same for a while, so I will have more time to work on videos. And right now my focus is going to be the next video for Wuthering Waves. And as I said, I'm almost done with the scripting. And the script, from what I've read thus far, it should be a 20 minutes video once again. Which I hope that during my rewrite I might be able to lower that number. because 20 minutes of video means at the very least 20 hours of editing, because I've gauged how much time I spend on editing, and usually it takes me 1 hour for 1 minute of final product. So yeah, now I'm hoping that I can maybe reduce it to see whether or not there are some things that I can remove from the video. We'll see. But I will be working on that for the time being, and hopefully things will go well. We'll see about that. That was for a quick update as to what I'm up to on my spare time. But now on to the more exciting stuff. The more exciting stuff being, what do you call that? Well, we have two exciting stuffs. One is Honkai Star Rail and the other one is Wuthering Waves. I will talk about Honkai Star Rail first because that's the thing that I noticed first, or I was made aware first, because today we had a Honkai Star Rail livestream for the next patch 2.7. But more importantly, they even talked about things that were upcoming for the version after that, which will be 3.0. And boy oh boy, did they cook. HoYoVerse definitely cooked with that live stream because they announced so many great things. Number one, Sunday. Sunday looks great. I will definitely pull for him. Number two, we have Fugue / Tingyun, I guess. I'll keep calling her Tingyun because, I mean, that was her original name. So for now, I will keep calling her Tingyun until we actually see her in the story, and maybe she will tell us otherwise. Who knows? We'll see. But the point is, we have two brand new characters who look absolutely awesome. And from my understanding, Sunday is going to be a harmony unit, but he is going to be the all-round buffer for all things summons related. So for instance, we have Jing Yuan with Lenny, the Lightning Lord, we have Topaz with Nambi, and we have Lingsha with the Pink Bunnies. I have no idea what they are called. I don't have Lingsha, so I don't know much about her. So I can't tell you much about that. But on top of that, we are going to get many characters related to summoning types of gameplay, because Honkai Star Rail is introducing a new path, the path of remembrance, which is kind of insane that only a little over a year after the release of the game, they are already changing the path. It would be like Genshin adding a new element. Like, well, technically speaking, Genshin did add a new element. It was Dendro, and that was like 3 years after the game had launched. So yeah, it definitely took quite some time for Dendro to come home. But yeah, here we have Remembrance, and I have a feeling that maybe they planned on releasing this new path because of their collab with Fate, or perhaps it was the other way around. Hell yeah, boy. Hello, Satoru. How are you? I hope you're doing well. And I'm talking about the Honkai live streams of today. She's kind of thick, boy. Who is thick? Who are you talking about? If you're talking about the all the Remembrance characters, goddamn. I mean, we only know of one thus far. Aglaia. I'm talking about Aglaia. Yeah, there you go. And my god, her design is right up my alley. She is beautiful. I absolutely love her design as a character. And on top of that, I think that during the trailer, the person speaking was Aglaia, and I loved her voice. Apparently, that voice was the voice actress for Gwenaifen, which was really surprising, because Gwenaifen sounds American, whereas in the trailer, the woman sounded British. And later on, I learned that the woman in question, the voice actress, Morgan Lorey, I think her name was, apparently she's actually American, so she does an excellent job at British accents. Too many dudes for my taste. There is one dude that I must talk about, but and that one I will go into just a second. I just hope they won't add her as the standard character. That could be the case. That's actually an interesting theory. That could be the case, because usually they are giving a character for that. Gilgamesh looking guy? No. I do like Gilgamesh from the Fate series, but no, the one I'm talking about is Kevin. And I know it sounds strange that I would name the character Kevin, but in fact, I looked on the wiki and the character's name is Finon, I think. He was the dude with the. He was kind of looking like a knight. He had a white hair, white robe, kind of things. Too many Gilgamesh variants to follow. That's for sure. All the male characters here actually look kind of manly, I would say, which was not the case with some of the characters from Penacony. Like if you take Misha, for instance, Misha is a dude, but kind of a little dude, you know? That white sword guy, yes. His name in Honkai Star Rail is apparently Finon, from what I've read on the wiki, but I know him as Kevin because Kevin is a character from Honkai Impact III. His actual name is Kevin Kaslana, and he is an ancestor of Kiana Kaslana, who is the main character of Honkai Impact III. Give me a minute, sure. And the thing about Kevin is that he played a prominent role in Honkai Impact III. I did not finish the game, so I don't actually know how it all ends. I don't know what happens to him in the end. I'm fairly certain things would not end well for him, unfortunately, because he was an antagonist in the game, and he was a very interesting antagonist. I will say that. Check your Discord, sure. Let me boot it up because, yeah, I have to do that every single time. I completely forget about Discord every time. Poor Discord server. What did you send me? What is this? Oh, it's all the characters. I can't zoom in. Open in browser. Can I zoom in? Kind of. Well, it's going to be hard to show this on stream, unfortunately. But I have seen pictures of these circulating. And I guess, let me check. Let me see how to do things properly. Okay, no. I know how to do it. Because since we are talking about it, I might as well show it on stream. But in order to... no, never mind. This is not where I wanted it to be. This is where I wanted it to be. There we go. Now I have to switch scenes. But I have to prepare the scene. There you go. Okay. Sure, I think I can show you this. There you go. Perfect. I might just crop a tiny bit of... can I crop anything? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Never mind, I can't. You know what? This is fine. Can you see my mouse, though? Is what I'm wondering. I can't see if you can see my mouse. No, unfortunately, you can't. Well, too bad. You know what? Let's go with that for now. This will work fine. I don't know why you can't see my mouse. I don't remember what setting it was. I think there is some kind of setting. You know what? That's fine. I will just number them. From top left is number 1. Number 2 would be the red chibi character. Yeah. Just say the number of the slot he is in. I was talking about the one who is at the bottom right corner. He has a bluish tint, but he has white hair. Right next to the purple girl and right under the pink girl, basically. The last character you can actually see because afterwards the characters are just shadows. This dude is Kevin Kaslana. Or, I mean, I assume he is because he really, really looks like him. And the thing is that several of these characters actually look like characters from Honkai Impact III. And basically, yeah, during the live stream, they mentioned the Flame Chasers. The Flame Chasers were a group of kind of heroic figures, from what I remember. Do I have to play Honkai Impact III for this? I don't think so, because if we look at how they made Acheron for Honkai Star Rail, clearly you don't need to understand the Raiden Shogun in Genshin Impact or Raiden Mei in Honkai Impact III. So I think they are going to go that same route with these characters. It's just, if you have played Honkai Impact III, it's a little bonus, you know a bit more about these characters, although these are not actually the same characters, right? Just like Acheron said with Welt, they had a conversation at some point, and she told Welt that basically she looks like someone he knows, but she is not that person. So I figured that these characters are kind of the same deal, right? So the dude I'm mentioning, whose actual name is supposed to be Finon in Honkai Star Rail, he's not Kevin Kaslana. It's just, given the way he looks and given the fact that this character was made by the same company that made Kevin Kaslana, you can kind of draw a kind of link between the two. Same thing with the pink girl on the top right of the picture. That girl kind of looks like Alicia, I think, I would say. And just to give you a bit of lore, because I find it interesting, and I can't give you all the lore because I never finished Elysium Realm. And what am I talking about? Elysium Realm is a game mode in Honkai Impact III that lets you see events from the past. After Aglaia, the one next to the white dude is my favorite. After Aglaia, the one next to that white dude is my favorite. White dude is here on the bottom right. Are you talking about purple-ish girl with the bare back, laying on her side, perhaps? I believe she kind of looks like Griseo, if I'm not mistaken, but I mean, once again, I'm comparing her to a Honkai Impact third character, and I have no idea what the direction for this whole Honkai Star Rail thing is going to be, right? But they mentioned the Flame Chasers, and the Flame Chasers, as I mentioned, they were a group of characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. They were a group of characters in the past, a very distant past, and when we experience their story, we know that they're actually all dead. So I am very worried about the characters that kind of look like Honkai Impact characters. I just hope she's lightning. She might be, in all honesty. I don't know if she's going to be lightning, because we already have Aglaia, who is a 5-star lightning character, and we have a lot of 5-star lightning character. I mean, we have Jing Yuan, we have Kafka, we have Acheron. So don't jinx it, my dude. I mean, I would love it if they killed character. I know it sounds bad when I say it like that, but I feel like when you kill off characters that mean something to other people, or rather to the audience, it creates an even more fundamental emotional connection to the characters when you know that they might die, you know? It feels more impactful to see their trials and tribulations. When you take overpowered characters, you don't really care what really happens, because you know that they're going to be fine. They are overpowered, you know they're fine. But when a character is not overpowered, then you start feeling the dread. Could they die? Could this thing happen to them? They have to first kill Welt. Why would they kill Welt? In all honesty, the character who has the likeliest chance to die would probably be Himeko. I mean, it would be extremely sad to see Himeko die in Honkai Star Rail, because when you see her die in Honkai Impact 3rd, goddamn, that cinematic was really, really, really sad. Because he's old. My dude, Jing Yuan is old. I think Jing Yuan is older than Welt, actually. Many of the characters from the Xianzhou are old. So there is that to take into consideration. And speaking of Jing Yuan and dying, I feel like if Honkai Star Rail ever gets to the point of running for years and years and years to come, I would want to see Jing Yuan succumb to the Mara curse and see Yanqing, older version of Yanqing, kill Jing Yuan just like Jing Yuan killed Jing Liu. Although Jing Liu didn't really die, as we saw, but I feel like it would be kind of poetic to see that happen. I mean, I watched it a few days ago. I just watched the animation video. Do you mean the animation for Himeko in Honkai Impact 3rd? The animation itself is really good. The voice acting is good. The song itself, I absolutely loved it. It's a beautiful song, but I feel like I had seen the animation prior to playing the game, but once I played the game and I spent hours, I think I spent at least 20 or 25, maybe 30 hours with Himeko in Honkai Impact 3rd, and I grew attached to her because she was a loving character. She was lovely all around. She had flaws, but she was a great character. She was really well written. And to see her die afterwards, to be honest, it was really, really sad. I may or may not have cried during that cutscene when I played through the game. So there is that. Hopefully nothing bad is going to happen to Himeko because I don't want that. I refuse to see that happen. I don't know what was going on in the animation, but the song and the voice acting is really awesome. Yeah. To give you a really basic rundown, Kiana, the other girl, because there are only two characters in that animation. Kiana, the other girl, she went insane because of some power within her, and Himeko was her teacher. She taught her how to use her powers and how to use her powers for good, and she was kind of like a role model for Kiana. And in that cutscene, Kiana is going insane. She's about to pretty much destroy humanity. That's what she wants to do. But Himeko is fighting against her, and Himeko was on the verge of losing control of her own powers, and she had a kind of a drug to help her deal with that. But instead of using the drug on herself, Himeko decided to keep the drug and use it on Kiana. She said something before she died. Yeah, she said something along the lines of it was about giving Kiana a chance to live her life. And it was the final lesson. I think that's how they called the animation itself, maybe. But it was kind of like the final lesson. And the reason why they did that is because Himeko was a teacher. Because basically, Himeko was a teacher in a special academy where Kiana studied. To become a kind of hero. Basically, yeah, Himeko was a teacher in My Hero Academia, right? And Kiana was Deku, right? That was kind of the thing. And the thing is, Himeko helped Kiana a lot because Kiana is kind of a problematic child. If it had English dub, I would love to play that game. It is true that the Japanese dub is really good, but the same. I feel like I prefer listening to English voices. It makes more sense to me, and I guess it also makes more sense to you. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think they will ever dub Honkai Impact 3rd, or at least they won't dub the past, because the game has been out for 7 years, if not 8, I don't remember. But the game has been out for a long time, and Honkai Impact 3rd has a shit ton of content. Like, there is a lot of content. So having to voice all of that would take a lot of time, but also a lot of money. And I don't think that HoYoVerse would want to pour in that kind of money into Honkai Impact 3rd. Because right now, the games that brings home the most money for them are Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. I think Zenless Zone Zero is not doing too bad, but Honkai Impact 3rd is not bringing as much money as these two other games, Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. So I don't think they would invest that heavily into Honkai Impact 3rd. And that being said, the thing that we can take away from Honkai Impact III is that HoYoVerse can indeed run a very long franchise kind of game. Like, it has been out for 7 years or even 8, and they keep going. They reinvent the game continually. They would make a new gacha game with that much money. Yes, they would probably. They would probably. I mean, no, to be fair, voice acting is not as expensive as developing a game. But at the end of the day, they would probably take that money in and make another game with even more money, I suppose. And to be honest, I think they might be actually doing just that because HoYoVerse is rich, like seriously rich. And when you compare their expenses to keep developing Honkai Star Rails and Endless Zone Zero and stuff like that, they have plenty of money to go around and develop more games, I think. Now, it's very complicated in terms of economics. You don't want to expand your company too much too quickly and stuff like that, but I just hope that they do the same with Genshin. I hope so too, and I think they will. They will keep Genshin running for years and years because Genshin is bringing in a lot of money to them. There is no reason for them to what do you call that, to end the service for Genshin. Same for Honkai Star Rail. Honkai Star Rail is kind of brand new, but yeah, at the end of the day, they have no reason to stop developing Genshin. By the way, did you see the new video by Minsleaf? No, I actually didn't. I didn't know she made a new video. Let me see. Can I see this? I'm not gonna watch it on stream because we have a lot of things to do today. And I don't want to end stream way too late. But I am curious to know what she made her video about. Right. Let me type it in. Minsleaf. There you go. Can't access my subscription for some reason. You have to stop worlds from crashing into each other. Ash Echoes. Ash Echoes? She made a video on Ash Echoes? Oh, it's a short. Is it the one about... Wait, how this item spoiled the entire Khaenri'ah story? Or is it the one before that? Capitano wants to kill the god of death. Theory. Apparently it has a shit ton of lore. If it's a short, we can look at we can take a look at it. Can I just do that? I think I can. You should be able to see it as well. Let me see.
Genshin needs to stop putting...
Wait, stop, wait, come on. No, wait. Oh god, I'm so not used to watching shorts. Wait, I said. Was the sound okay-ish for what little you could hear? Let me see. Let's go halfway there. And let's hear it.
Genshin needs to stop putting the biggest lore drops and the most random items because tell me why the new Xbox wings basically leak the entire Khaenri'ah story. The lore is told from Dane's perspective and he reveals that King Irmin selected the Traveler's sibling to become the new prince or princess of Khaenri'ah, and this role involves becoming a vessel to absorb unlimited abyssal power, like an elemental sponge. Them absorbing this unlimited abyssal power would later start the Cataclysm. By the way, Aether and Lumine were originally rulers of a fallen world, not just a kingdom, a whole world. Dainzef was trying to save his older brother Vedder, a prophet whom King Irmin blinded for delivering an unfavorable prophecy. Regicide implies that Dainzef may have even killed King Irmin, possibly the evil Vincer king he mentioned in Bedtime Story. Before the Cataclysm, there was already a secret uprising against the king. He and the Five Sinners were supposed to protect Khaenri'ah from this evil king, but they failed. Genshin Impact is now available on Xbox, and you can unlock the free Wind Glider by logging in. XGP members get Primogems each update, and yes, your accounts are cross-platform. Non-Xbox players can get the wings on January 1st. Genshin needs to...
okay. Okay, that's good that she added that at the end. The fact that we can get the glider even if we don't play on Xbox, because I kind of feel like it's unfair to have lore like this tied to a game console. Like, I don't have an Xbox, and I don't plan on buying an Xbox just to read some lore. I'm not gonna lie about that. But goddamn, my brain just exploded. There is so much information in this. I'm going to have to rewatch it later on because there is so freaking much. Oh my. I mean, the siblings. The Abyss sibling was chosen to be a vessel for abyssal power, and they were chosen by the king of Khaenri'ah, and told you so. Yeah, you certainly did. I did not expect that much information. I mean, that many pieces of information all stuck into one single glider. Like, seriously, a glider. Oh my god. But yeah, okay, so the Abyss sibling was chosen, and they're a sponge. That's what I understood from it. They're a sponge. And they were a ruler, both siblings were rulers of a fallen world. Damn, that's a news I would never believe. I mean, it actually makes sense. I mean, I think it was already stated that they came from a fallen world, right? I'm not entirely sure about that. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I think that maybe it was already said that their world kind of fell apart. But it would make sense that their world fell apart and then they decided to travel around other worlds because, well, they had nothing better to do, right? If their world is doomed, they might as well go and visit others. You mean our Aether is a ruler? No way. Well, apparently he was. I mean, maybe it was Lumine who did most of the ruling, who knows? He certainly doesn't feel like a ruler, that's for sure. But you know, usually when you have two people, they're supposed to be complementary, so maybe one did something and the other sibling did the other part of ruling the world. But ruling an entire world, that's quite something. I mean, even in our real world, we barely manage to rule a single country. And even when ruling a country, people are unhappy. So it's kind of a whole thing, I would say, you know, being able to rule an entire world. But yeah, you know what? Good for them. Well, maybe not good for them because, well, their world died, apparently. So that's kind of sad for them, I suppose. But the fact is that, yeah, this is a lot to take in. And I wish they would have told us all of these things directly in game through quests, even world quest if it had to be, but not through a wind glider. Because I feel like these are really important pieces of information, and they are kind of crucial to understanding the characters that we have, like Aether, and it's corrupted to the core. If you're talking about our real world countries and governments, yes, it is. They are. It is what it is. Let's not go into politics of the real world. Let's keep things to politics in Genshin. They're already quite complicated, but at the very least, we can laugh about it. Whereas, regarding the real world, unfortunately, all we can do is cry. And I don't want to cry today. That's why it's called Genshin. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, wait, so I want to come back to the fact that the Abyss sibling is supposed to be a sponge. Where was that? Don't remember. Them absorbing, yes. Elemental sponge. There you go. I managed to pause it right at the right time. So, if the Abyss sibling is an elemental sponge, and she's, I'm calling her she because my Abyss sibling is Lumine. But if Lumine is absorbing elemental power, she must be much more powerful than the other sibling, Aether, because she's been sponging up, whereas we haven't, right? So I'm guessing she has much more energy than we do. And usually more energy equals power, or, you know, when you have a lot of mana in a game, you can use more spells, which means that you have an easier time winning your fights. I mean, it's not all about size, but, you know, I feel like, yeah, she should be pretty powerful, which, I mean, but at the same time, even if she's not, but maybe she lost her power as well, because I'm thinking that, you know, the, what do you call that? The other, the heavenly principles. The heavenly principle managed to beat both Ether and Lumine at their prime. So there is that. And the Pyro Traveler is shit as always. Oh, do we have leaks about his kit already? And it is shit. Well, I mean, I'm happy that the Pyro Traveler is shit, because that means that I don't have to build him and I can keep my Traveler Dendro. Because I use the Dendro Traveler from time to time. He is kind of useful. So at the very least, that means I don't have to build anything again. So I'm kind of happy about that. Even his gameplay, damn it. It's too bad because when you look at Honkai Star Rail, the Trailblazer is always kind of useful, you know. The well, Destruction Trailblazer, Physical Trailblazer was not really that useful. Not gonna lie about that. But Preservation Trailblazer, he was kind of useful, at least in the very beginning. Wait, he is better than Dendro? What are you talking about? Who is better than Dendro? Are you still talking about the Traveler, or are you talking about the Trailblazer being better than Dendro? Because I would probably agree, especially for Harmony Trailblazer, because he has opened up a whole new way of playing the game. Although he is going to be replaced by Tingyun. From my understanding, Tingyun is a Super Break character. Oh, Pyro Traveler is better than Dendro Traveler. Ah, so when you were telling me that the Pyro Traveler is shit, wait, did you mean that he was good then? I mean, because Dendro Traveler is good. So, I'm confused by your use of the word shit. That's where I'm at the moment. But I am looking forward to discovering that in game. I'm not going to look into leaks for the Pyro Traveler because, quite frankly, part of me kind of doesn't care, because I'm like, I will get the Pyro Traveler, you know? So that's not a problem. I don't have to decide whether or not I'm interested in the character. He's good at applying Pyro. Oh, okay. So I guess he might be good for forward vapes, maybe. If he's not he himself good at vaping, maybe we can use Hydro characters. He's apparently Pyro Sincho. Oh, that's good. That's great, actually. Because thus far, we don't have that many off-field pyro applicators, right? We have Xiangling, but she basically vapes herself, so it's kind of hard to vape off of her, or forward vape off of her, I think, maybe. I don't remember. I don't really play Xiangling all that much. And the only other off-field pyro character I can think of is what's her name? Dia. But she's not really that good. Oh, never mind. We also have Toma, but Toma is more specific to Burgeon teams, so yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But anyway, there was that I wanted to mention. Thank you for the video. I will watch it again later on. I think I said more or less everything I wanted to say about this. The two characters that I absolutely want are Algae. I don't remember how they pronounce her name. Shit. Well, too bad. But Golden Girl and Blue Boy, basically. These are the guys I want. Aglaé. Thank you. These are the two that I want. I absolutely want them no matter what. So the coming patches are going to be a problem because I want Sunday, because Sunday is going to be useful for all the remembrance type characters, right? And then I would like Ting Yun just because she's Tingyun and she's cute, and I think she looks lovely. And on top of that, they changed her voice actress, and her voice actress sounds great. I love her voice. She has a more warm and motherly voice, I think, at least from the little bits I could hear. So I'd love to get Tingyun. The Herta might be a skip for me because I will probably try to get Aglaia. What's his name? Harmony Trailblazer is doing just fine for me. Oh right, because Tingyun is kind of a replacement for him. Yes, but you might want to switch Harmony Trailblazer to Remembrance Trailblazer. Especially if they don't give us a free character for that path. If Aglaia, for instance, I don't think Aglaia is going to be free. She's going to be the flagship character for that path. But they might give us a 4-star character, maybe? But the point is, you might want to switch. I will get Aglaia, okay? Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That is a good point. But I will have to wait and see whether or not the Switch is good, because thus far the Trailblazer has always been good, so we might want to switch path. I ain't switching Honkai Star. I keep messing up with the HMC path. She's stuck with Firefly. Fair enough. Fair enough. I do like the fact that we can play both of these characters together, because I like making couples in my in my games for no good reasons. Just like my harem team in Wuthering Waves, with the rover, the stalker, crazy waifu Camellia, and the loving waifu Shorekeeper. So I like that. Both are lesbians. In your case, yes, but in my case, I have Kalis, so I can't say that Kalis is a lesbian. It doesn't really work. So there is that. But I get your point. I mean, Stell can be shipped in terms of relationships. You can put her with anyone, basically. She works with anyone, I think. But she works best, and even Kalis, they work best with with Firefly, because it is Firefly and it is the way Firefly was written, right? But yeah, that's why my Firefly team is called Dying Girlfriend Team. It's because Firefly is in it, you know? She's stuck with me, Stell. Well, you can't change between Stell and Kalis, which I don't really get why. We can't change between the two. I guess maybe it's for coding reasons, the way they program the game, maybe? Who knows? But it doesn't really matter. I feel like both of the characters are great. But yeah, these two, Aglaia and Phynon, they are absolute must-pull for me, just in terms of character design. I don't care about their kit, I just want them. That's it, period. There is no other questions. There is also Paradophilia, I think is her name, the cat girl. She is also a Honkai Impact 3rd kind of character. I liked her gameplay in Honkai Impact 3rd, so I may pull for her at some point. But my two must-pulls are absolutely Aglaia and Phynon. The Remembrance and Trailblazer is cutesy for me. Too cutesy or not enough cutesy? Or just they are cute, and that's good. Too cutesy, okay. Ah, shit! My microphone. I really have to stop moving my hands when I speak. But I do understand what you mean. It's probably because of the thingy, the memo sprite, I think they were called. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I completely bashed my microphone by moving my hand. I try not to, I promise, but it does happen from time to time. But yeah, I do know what you mean with that memo sprite. We'll see. I just hope that the memo sprite doesn't have a squeaky voice. As long as it doesn't make squeaky noises, I'm fine with it. We'll just have to wait and see. You should start the game to be right back. Sure. But there was also one other thing. I will start the game off screen while I keep yapping. And there you go. That way I can close that. And yes, we are good to go. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention, and that was about Wuthering Waves, since I mentioned it earlier. The perfect transition, and I opened Wuthering Waves on accident. That was not what I meant to do. But Wuthering Waves also showed us a little bit of a little something, you know. They posted a short video about 2.0. I feel like they probably should have posted something way longer, perhaps with an actual live stream. I don't know if they wanted to compete with Honkai Star Rail. I don't think that was a good idea. I don't know. But the two of them, one, Honkai Star Rail talked about 3.0, and here Wuthering Waves talked about 2.0, and we are going to Rinascita, which is a kind of Venetian type of city, I think, and it looks beautiful. And same with Honkai Star Rail, we are going into Greek mythology, ancient Greece, and that looks beautiful. I have to admit, I am very excited for both of these games because, aesthetically speaking, these are kind of, well, aesthetics that pleases me. I like the aesthetic of ancient Greece. I like the aesthetic of Venice. I think this is how you call it in English as well, right? I've been there actually in Venice, and it is a beautiful city. I would recommend anyone to go there, except it's kind of expensive, so there is that. But yeah, the city is beautiful. I don't know if what you call that? If Rinascita is going to be exactly like Venice, but the point is, it looks great. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Although I will say they also drip marketed some characters, and I didn't really see anyone that I particularly liked. Unlike for instance, the Shorekeeper, she was an absolute must pull for me. Not in terms of gameplay, but just in terms of character design. Same with Aglaia and Kevin in Honkai Star Rail. But here, for the 2.0 series of updates in Wuthering Waves, I didn't see anyone that really, you know, gripped my heart with both hands and told me, you have to pull me. At least not thus far. Maybe that will change. Hopefully, that will change. And speaking of change, I can switch scenes because now we are here. And goddamn, I have been yapping for 50 minutes. Oh wow. But as I said, we had a lot to yap about today. Because such is the nature of gacha gaming with all of their updates and stuff like that. Now let me switch up these. You know what? No, let me keep that... that, would you call that? That team. Just... but no, that team is actually not kind of... The lack of interruption resistance is annoying. So I will grab my usual team.
Nice.
There you go. And today we are doing the Natlan Tribe Reputation quest, or rather the Tribal Chronicles as they are called. Wait, am I... Wait, I have to... Yes, okay, I was in the right thingy for... for the right category for, what do you call that? For Twitch. I was just wondering about that. I should be in the right category for YouTube as well. Yes. Okay, great. Now that we are good to go, I have to get there though, I suppose. There. But yeah, as I was saying, we are doing the Tribal Chronicles. We are going to one-shot it. Hopefully, despite me starting it after 50 minutes of yapping, I'll still manage to complete it today. Oh, and we can see Celestia over there. Let me see. Does the image look good? Certainly looks good. Yep, it looks that way to me. So that is great. Let me check. Is there anything else I wanted to do? No, I don't think so. So we can start. The only one thing that I'll mention before starting is that tomorrow we will explore this, I think, because we will do the world quest for Ochkanatlan. So we will go towards that area. There you have it. Now we can finally begin. I am done yapping, I promise. What was that sound?
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
Goddammit, I really am Paimon, I guess. Hello, Coilur? Coilur? It's a... Hello! She's not okay.
Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
Oh god. It reminds me of the start of Fontaine's Archon quest where we met Lynette. And I think we thought that Lynette was about to jump into the water and do something stupid, as Paimon put it.
I'd leave her be.
Oh, hello, Chaskam. Didn't expect you to be here so soon in the quest.
The warriors of the Flower Feather clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
Likewise.
Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
Koyer. That's how she pronounced it. Which means that the double L is not really pronounced, or maybe it's pronounced like an I or a Y sound? Huh. Interesting.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her.
You can fly after all.
I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it.
What do you mean, aim for the sky?
Well, in the Flower Feather clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders.
Okay.
But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial, where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense. You want to train and you want to be accepted by the mount, I guess. The Kukusaurs are mounts, like kind of horses. If the horse throws you off its back, you can't mount it, so you're kind of doomed.
Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset.
And when you mention going wingless, what does that mean? Well, I guess that means people like Koyer who didn't pass the test?
Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying test and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
Ah, so it's not just people who failed, it's people who failed and gave up. It's not the same thing.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
Oh god.
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children.
Hey, that's actually a cool saying. And I mean, I understand why Paimon would ask that question about being excluded from the tribe, but at the same time, they are still good warriors, I guess. You know, they're strong warriors, so you might not want to exclude them. Especially when you're fighting a war against the Abyss, I think every man counts, so probably a bad idea to do that.
This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying.
As long as she doesn't fall off a bridge, that'd be nice, you know.
Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that.
The whistling?
Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
Are you going to ask me to indwell a Kukasaur when she is summoning one so that I can go and train with her? I mean, am I going to become her Pokemon?
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this is all over.
God damn that ass. I can't believe they they did this. She has anyway, let's not talk about this. But goddamn.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction. What if we could get a Kukusaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
I knew they were going to do that. I am going to become someone else's Pokemon. That's great. Actually, that sounds like a plan. The wingless one of Tlalocan. Wait, they say perform an indwelling and then talk to Koyer. But if I start talking as a Kukasaur, isn't she going to freak out? Like, I mean, they're not supposed to talk, right? Hello?
It's a Kukasaur. Oh my gosh. Is this really happening? I did it. I summoned one.
Oh god, her S's. Her S's sound really bad. Oh damn it, Genshin. What's up with this audio mixing? Why are some characters well audio mixed whereas others are not? What's happening? You didn't have this problem prior to this. Prior to Natlan, I don't think I've ever heard these kinds of problems.
I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Looks like her mood's lifted. Now to wait until she's not looking and fly out of here.
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now?
So we are becoming a mount, basically.
I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers.
Yeah, I don't think the Traveler knows anything about those. Yikes, those sound complicated. I'm out of my depth. This is too dangerous.
Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers.
Crikey? Oh wow. I've never even carried a passenger, let alone while doing all that. I need to get out of here.
Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukasaur?
Now's my chance.
Hey! Wait! Wait!
Well, that's kind of sad because we abandoned her. So it's kind of like we preferred going with the other person instead of her. So yeah, that's kind of cruel. While the whistle providing the perfect cover, you make your escape.
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Not entirely sure. What does this do? Nothing I was meant to do. I have to admit, the experience of flying in Natlan is really good. I wish we could fly more in a way.
Chaska! I summoned a Kukasaur! They do still respond to me after all!
Okay, she didn't see it as us abandoning her. That's good, I guess.
Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
Eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
Shaska told us about you.
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon.
Hello.
You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial. Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Well, I looked more bird-like the last time you saw me.
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen him around.
She's certainly right about that.
If you say so.
Yeah, that must be it.
Koyer, Chaska.
Oh, wait, this is how they look when they are flying on top of their Kukasaurs? It's cool that they actually showed us that.
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance.
Ah, so maybe Koyer is actually a good warrior who could have passed the test if not for these issues, I guess.
This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
It is us indeed.
Huh? You've heard of us?
Paimon, who hasn't heard of us by this point?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? That includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Alpa sounds weird. I don't know how to describe it, but there is something strange with the way she speaks. I don't mean to be insulting to the voice actor, but there is something... I don't know what. I can't describe it, unfortunately, but I feel like there is something strange about her manner of speech.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
That is a good point, but I don't think she could serve as a Kukusaur.
The Flower Feather Clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Last time was just a flying visit. We never got to check the place out properly.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Okay, now she sounded more normal. I don't know. Prior the previous sentence, it kind of felt robotic in the way it was read, whereas here it felt more natural. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better.
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Koyer, let's get going.
Okay.
Alpa and Koyer fly away riding a Kukusaur.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask.
It was us. It was indeed us.
That Kukusaur who responded to Koyer's call. That was your doing, wasn't it?
Of course you would know.
I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukusaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow.
I can't believe you saw through it.
He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give him a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh?
No, certainly was.
It's alright. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself.
Oh, so Chaska doesn't know about the fact that we can indwell creatures. That actually makes me wonder who actually knows about this. I mean, Paimon, of course, but that's because she's always with us. I don't know if Moeka knows about this. Because indwelling is something that we've mostly seen through world quests, not main quests or stuff like that, right?
You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good.
Yeah, technically I deceived Koyer. Does that count as for good?
I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good.
Oh, right. I was wondering what mom she was talking about, and I think that I remember somewhere someone saying that Chaska was raised by Kukusaurus, so I guess she's referring to one of her Kukusaur mothers? Well, anyway, luckily no harm was done in the end.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
That would be my pleasure.
All right.
Wait, is there treasure nearby? Seriously, there is not? I'm very surprised because I've used the treasure compass quite a few times in these new regions, and they never seem to pick up on anything. Like, seriously, I've used it plenty of times, but yeah, for some reason, it doesn't seem like there is any treasure in this map. Maybe I'm, I don't know. Oh.
Ready? I'm gonna get you!
Okay, I'm not overly fond of children. I think by now, if you've watched my streams long enough, you would know that children are not my cup of tea. So whenever I see them, I get very worried. And they make very strange sounds indeed.
Uh-oh. Are they fighting? Should we try and break them up?
I think they are training.
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Yep.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation. responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan. And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Chaska, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
I don't know if we can call her a flying expert because, from what I remember, Paimon doesn't know how she can fly.
Legendary? Yep, that's us, alright.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a cuckoosaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Do we know sword tricks?
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family shop makes the best volcano cake! You gotta try it!
Ah, never mind. I think we do know sword tricks. I was wondering if the Traveler had ever trained or anything, or if it was just, innate talent, I guess I would say. But I do remember that we had some kind of training with Alhaitham. It's not like Alhaitham trained us, but more like he gave us one of these capsules containing knowledge, and we got like 3 points of attack on top of that, like an increase. That was basically it. But there was some form of training in that, so...
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Chaska's mini lecture calms the children
Sorry about
down.
those kids. They just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much.
Nah, it's fine.
This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
It does smell pretty good.
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force.
Resolved by force, meaning, beating both parties into submission?
Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides.
That is a fair point. They seem to have a lot of good sayings in her tribe.
Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon. Gotta dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution? Grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
I guess she really doesn't want to see Uncle Costco. Coordinate with Chaska by splitting up. I mean, sure.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the Traveler and Paimon.
That is the meanest thing someone has ever said to Paimon. A white flying object. She's not an object, she's clearly alive. God damn. Oh wow. He's quite something, I mean, that is really mean to say to her face, too.
I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Huh, only her father.
Oh, okay, I see.
She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4.
Abyss condition?
Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her. It's lucky those wild cuckoosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
Oh god, I just had a thought, but Cusco here is not just Chaska's father, he's also Koichi's father.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
Which is, by the way, something that I've been thinking about this whole time throughout this quest, is this seems to have nothing to do with Chaska herself, at least up until this point. We were more focused on Koyer, I think, at the beginning. Maybe we'll learn a bit more here, but the thing is, I wanted to know how Chaska was dealing with Koichi's death. So I don't know if we are going to see that, because she doesn't seem to be really grieving at all. I don't know when this quest is taking place. It is taking place after the last main Archon quest, but how far in time is it from that main Archon quest? Because this sounds like she's just doing fine, you know, she's not grieving, she's not sad, she's not even mentioned her sister thus far, so yeah, I'm kind of surprised, I guess. Anyway, sounds like there was more going on than just being aloof.
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
That's not how it works, but, I mean, I guess maybe?
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this.
Then what's there to worry about?
It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again, I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Well, I mean, she's supposed to be a peacemaker, and from my understanding, a peacemaker is kind of like a sheriff or a police officer. So I'm guessing it is a dangerous job, and cuts and bruises are to be expected.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose another daughter.
Finally, Koichi is being mentioned. But it seems like the way he's talking about her, it feels like he's already past his grieving period.
Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow.
Or maybe he's somehow incredibly well balanced and managed to, you know, just get over the death of his daughter. Somehow.
Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
Isn't that going to be difficult if she is, as I said, a peacemaker and a warrior for the tribe? Cusco rambles on about Chaska and Koichi. You patiently listen until the bitter end.
Whoa, where did the time go? We should meet back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
Well, yeah, as she said, it sticks out like a sore thumb, so it's kind of easy to find. And hello, Alpa. Elder Alpa, my bad.
Hey, Chaska. Hey, Alba.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say?
That you used to run away from home nearly every other day, and that nearly half of your peers got beaten up by you as a kid.
I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
I think he called you feral.
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom. Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
There are actually a few cases of children growing up in the wild, kind of like Tarzan or Mowgli style, or Chaska style, I suppose. But in real life, I mean, there are a few instances of that happening, and, well, in all of the fictional depictions we have, such as Mowgli, Tarzan, and Chaska here, they become very well adjusted by then. At some point, they manage to become very well adjusted, they talk really well and all that. But in real life, they don't, or they never did. We tried, and by we, I wasn't there, of course, but the people who took care of these kids, well, they weren't exactly kids by the time they found them. They were actually kind of older. They were not adults, but they had spent a long time alone with animals sometimes, but mostly alone, and because of that time alone, they never managed to develop their social skills the way regular people do. And that is something that we never, well, the people taking care of them never managed to actually teach them. They weren't able to really adapt and re-enter society. It's kind of a whole thing. It has been studied the few times that it happened, because it hasn't happened a whole lot, at least not as far as I know. But I have studied at least one case while I was studying psychology, because it is somewhat interesting to see the difference it makes to grow up within your own kind and all alone like that in the forest. Although she, Chaska, did not grow up alone, she grew up with Saurians. And Saurians are kind of complicated because they are animal-like, but at the same time they seem to be maybe a bit more no, I wouldn't say they are a bit more intelligent than regular animals that we have on Earth. Our animals are actually fairly smart as well, so, I don't know. It's strange.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
Oh, is she just saying that Chaska is to be the next head of the clan?
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down.
Really? I had you down as an elite warrior like Chaska.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Natlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready. I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Oh, I have a feeling Paimon is definitely going to help herself to that.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part!
There you go. Didn't you just gorge yourself on a whole bunch of volcano cakes?
They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
It's true, I have heard that, but I don't know where in-game they managed to get that information, but apparently Paimon has 2 stomachs. Like, canonically she has 2 stomachs, which is kind of strange when you think about it, but... I mean, we have animals in real life who have several stomachs. I believe cows have several of them, more than 2 actually, but yeah. Anyway, it's kind of hard to believe that she would have 2 stomachs given how small she is. I wonder if one day we'll get to see a taller version of Paimon, a grown-up Paimon maybe.
Paimon is so full.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alba? There's, something's come up.
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
Is it about Koyur?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe.
Never
They
mind.
said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us. Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few winglets that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Whoa, what a busy schedule.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
It'll help the digestion process,
Huh.
I guess.
Well, much obliged. Chaska, the remaining winglets are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons.
Ishika. Okay.
Waska's probably still addicted to Eyes on the Feathered Prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
Ah, Eyes on the Feathered Prize, I know that. It's the game we played right before starting the Archon quests on Wednesday. I was supposed to start the Archon quest, but yeah, there was a chest. I saw it, I wanted to see if I could get it, and I played the game. Let's see, 131, 36, 35. Okay, you are the closest one. What is check? Recipient of the highest score in the floating target Xania? Is there a game here? Begin the target balloon challenge. After a while, the training hot air balloon arrived. Am I supposed to go... Oh god. What the... Oh my god, that was not anticipated. Can you not... Zhongli, I know you're old, but... Xania, okay, she has the top score. You know what, no, let's not do this. Let's not get distracted like I usually do. Let's continue with the quest. Hello, Pishika.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like you.
Oh, right. Let me correct myself from something I said earlier. Alpa is not actually the chief or the boss of the clan. Mutoda is. She's only like an elder, for one, but number two, she is the leader of their elite warrior section, I suppose. But she's not actually the chief of the clan. Mutoda is. My bad.
Ah, come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies. Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
I actually agree. He doesn't have to pass the trial if he doesn't want to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much.
Game, you can't do this to me. Because if a character in-game is telling me to try the thing, I'm going to want to try the thing. Except that means that I'm going to get distracted, and I'm not going to progress through the quest. I'm a little busy at the moment, but next time for sure.
No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
I will try to remember where to find you, but yes. Let me check the map, just to see where it is. It's a nondescript part. Okay, I will say southeastern part of the thingy. I'll try to remember that. Oh wait, I don't have to try and remember it. I can just mark it. Why am I so stupid sometimes? The hot air balloon. Balloon game. We'll call it that. There you go. Next up, who do we have? Huascara. That's the dude who's addicted to keeping your eyes on the feather thingy prize game thing. Oh god.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaur's ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Ah, a fellow gambling addict. Great.
Muskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurus wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds.
Well, I don't know about natural, but given the fact that Chaska grew up with Kukasaurs, I feel like they would probably have taught her something, you know, it would make sense. I mean, she might have natural talent as well, you know, but the fact that she grew up with these creatures probably helped a lot as well.
In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
And goodbye. Although, I will say that, to his point, to Huascara's point, not everyone grows up with Kukasaurs only, like Chaska did.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
He used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaurus approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukusaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukusaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts.
Well, I mean, it does make sense. It reminds me of exactly what I was working before the stream, working on, my bad, which is my video on Wuthering Waves 2nd chapter, and there is a whole bit about the dude that wants to, who wants to join the Midnight Rangers, except he's not really qualified for it. So, yeah, I mean, if he's not qualified, he's not qualified, and well, that dude is actually kind of a lost cause as well, in the sense that he didn't even want to train. He found the training too difficult to join the army, which, I mean, if they made the training easy to join the army, would the army really be that effective? Anyway, that's a whole other thing. That's something that I kind of rant about in the script of my video. I think I will keep it a bit shorter in that video, because I don't want it to take too long, but yeah, anyway. And hello, Junan? How does one pronounce your name? What a pretty view.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Ochkanatlan again, huh?
Chaska? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Wanna give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me. But nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa.
Oh god, harasses.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. You're already here. I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
Ah, harasses are not as bad.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
I mean...
Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down! I can't keep up!
They certainly have to... They certainly seem to have a good relationship, slash a cute one, I would say.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, Zunan unwittingly chose the hard way.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer. You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on, but sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Yes, they do. And I guess this is the first act complete. It only took us, I'd say about 50 minutes. Okay.
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
Okay. I think I may have lied earlier. I will tell the truth this time, I promise. I think I may have lied in the sense that I don't think we'll be able to do everything in one day, unfortunately. Because I can see that, I can see the time, I can see how long it has taken us to do just Act 1 and Act 2. And usually, oh god, wait, I don't want to activate the dialogue just yet, just in case I'll stay further away. But yeah, I can see just how long it took us to do Act 1 and Act 2, and usually Act 3 is much longer. So I think that today we are going to complete Act 2, and tomorrow we'll complete Act 3. Which means that I will have to push back the schedule, and next week we'll, what do you call that? We'll explore Ochkanatlan and the world quest that goes with it. Afterwards, there was another thing I wanted to do, but I don't remember what. God damn it, me. What was it again? I will remember it by the end of the stream, and we'll talk about that towards the end. But yeah, I think that we'll have to limit ourselves to Act 2 today.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Hello, Incarnate?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions.
I have a feeling I will have to clean up that mess.
Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
And this is the start of the Act 2. That being said, I need to get up for a tiny bit. This is not... Oh, hello. We got a Chaska. That's great. Can we see her? Yes, we can. How is she... Oh, 45 over 220. I mean, she must have the... Okay, yeah, so she is getting 85%, I guess, crit rate. Which is not half bad. And I said over 220. Could have done better. But yes, I do need to take a very quick break. I don't need to go anywhere. It's not an actual break. I just need to stretch a bit. And stand, I guess. But the problem when I'm standing is that my microphone is way further away from me, and it does not pick up my voice as well as when I'm sitting in front of it. Well. But I do need to stretch, and most importantly, just get off my ass, because my ass is killing me. Because I've been sitting here for an hour and 44 minutes now, just for the stream. But prior to that, I had been sitting as well for at least 2 hours, I think. I worked on the script for at least an hour and a half. So yeah, it's been over 3 hours that I've been sitting. And that is very bad. You should not stay seated that long. Just FYI, you should not. It's not good for your back, it's not good for your ass either. And in general, it's not actually good for your circulation in your limbs, lower limbs. Legs, that's what they are called. Sometimes finding the right words can be difficult for me. But I will be right back. I mean... As I said, I'm not going anywhere, it's just that, yeah, I need to just stay up for a couple more minutes. Maybe not minutes, but just a little while. And in the meantime, you can appreciate Chaska's beautiful idols, or idol animations, which kind of looped over and over again, because it's been a while. Let's see. I'm sitting back again. Oh, she can remove her hat. I mean, obviously she can, but sometimes when devs are creating models, they just stick the hat on top of the model, and the model of the character never really removes the hat, but in this case, she does, so that's why I... Mind. let's forget about everything I just said and move on to the next part of the quest, I guess. Where are the obstructions? What is this thing? Ah, it allows me to fly without oh god, where am I going? Up. Oh. Am I supposed to shoot it down then? Yeah, I don't think that did anything. How does one go down? Okay. Control is down. Okay, I can just talk to them.
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. There's no way I could do all this by myself. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster. If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb to the other side, then send it over in a hot air balloon. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout, and problem solved. What do you think? Simple enough, right?
I think I can handle that. Can I? Wait, how am I supposed to do that? The Traveler doesn't really have ranged attacks. He's a sword user. I guess the only one who can do it is Chaska. Is that hot air balloon up there yours too?
Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to.
Oh,
Or
I
how they
didn't
got it
even
up
see
so
that.
high.
That might be the one thing causing the problems, maybe?
I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. Getting the trial arena back in order is more important.
Ah, is he a wingless, maybe?
I'll head over and set up now. Let me know when you're ready. All right. Get ready.
What am I supposed to do?
Let's fly.
I mean, I understood what he meant. I'm supposed to, shoot at the right moment.
Bullseye!
Wait, what? When am I... What the... Am I supposed to shoot it with the Chaska, or,
Alright!
I don't think so.
Get ready!
I'll try shooting it with Yelan, then. But... What am I supposed to shoot at? The, actual balloon, or the bomb? Let's see. Ah! Never mind.
Alright!
Okay,
Get
I mean...
ready!
I got the gist. I'm supposed to shoot at the balloon, but, is this the thing that I'm supposed to break? Guess we'll wait a little longer before shooting. Oh, wait. Chaska is actually, Oh god, I missed. And that's too god, oh my god, no.
Alright!
Don't tell me I'm going to mess this up countless times. And the second time when I wanted to shoot it, I couldn't because there is a limit to... Never mind, there is not. Let's forget everything that just happened. Okay, tell me it worked. Okay, yes, it did. Great. Let's pretend nothing happened and you didn't see anything. Now let's go down.
I think it should be possible to clear this spout with just a few hard hits. But there are signs of strange life in here. Meddling with it might be dangerous.
Strange life? That's, interesting. But I don't need a few hits. Hey.
Quietly now.
If you could kindly die. Ah, why am I stuck on something here? Wait, is it not that? Yes, he is. Okay, good.
I thought I was done for.
Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
You are very welcome, but I'm lost as to where I'm supposed to go. Is it here? Oh no, never mind, it's just up here. Oh god, no, no, oh. Well, I didn't die, so that's important. Oh god. Ouch. I didn't know, nobody told me there would be spikes. Confused investigator and doubtful investigators. Well, hello to you.
How strange. Why is there so much solid phlogiston here?
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances? And I did see those strange markings on the cliff.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the Children of Echoes to borrow it to Petlisaur.
Well, we have one here. What am I supposed to do though? I can't break those, right? I can! Oh, was that it? Okay. For some reason I thought there was more to do. And the last one is there. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't really care because I don't have Chaska and I don't plan on pulling her. Hello, curious investigator.
This is crazy. I put all of my strength into it, but it just won't break. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit all the weak spots at the same time to break it. But how am I supposed to do that?
You get other people to help you with that? Oh, never mind. You use Chaska to do that.
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished.
Yeah.
Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
But now the game doesn't give me a Chaska to go back. So I'm stuck on this rock. Damn it, game. Why do you do this to me? Wait, let's grab this and that. Okay. Get as much... Oh god, how tall is this thing? No, we are good. And we should be able to glide our way there. Well, at least partly. Oh god, please don't make me fall and die.
You took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
Well, that's the whole point. She wants to test the arena to check whether or not there are other hazardous things. That way, she, an experienced flyer, can deal with them instead of having candidates who may not be as experienced as her.
All the more reason to have me test it out.
Yes.
Think of it as another inspection.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're ready.
Let's go. I suppose I am ready.
Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska, but still, try to be careful.
I'm sure she'll be.
All right.
Fine.
Spread your wings and fly.
I meant to say I'm sure she'll be careful, like taking back what Inkanak said, but my brain stopped working halfway through. Where am I supposed to go? Please go down. I can't believe Genshin introduced a cowgirl mounting a gun. It's strange. Let me go down first. There you go. Yeah, okay, the flying experience thus far has been pretty good with Chaska. Not gonna lie, I was tempted to pull for her just for this gameplay that seems kind of fun. But I am saving for Mavuika. I have to save. And where am I going now? Oh. Oh god.
That was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
I saw my Zhongli falling. Please don't kill my Zhongli. Please. Any further issues with the venue?
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please, come quick, you've got to help us!
Are you a Fontanian dude?
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them!
Is he part of the merchants that came to talk to Alpa? I think that was her name.
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
I don't think so.
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Sure. But I smell something funny with this thing.
Alright.
Ouch! I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
Oh. I didn't think I was that close. I didn't think I would cut off his line.
Chaska? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Hello.
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah! Thank goodness! The phlogiston wings are intact!
Phlogiston wings?
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Ulpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Ulpa, what about the Kukasaur attack?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukasaur was just having a bad day.
Well, it becomes quite dangerous when it's having a bad day.
There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further. More importantly, how are the preparations for the flying trials going? Is everything in order over at the arena?
Everything's on track, I guess.
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what they can do.
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
I'm not sure how they will feel about this. Because I'm guessing that his phlogiston wings are a means to fly without the Kukasaur. So in a way, it would replace said Kukasaur, and that would go against the culture and tradition of the Flower Feather clan. So I don't know how well received these wings are going to be. I personally am very intrigued by them, and I would definitely I'd like to be able to use them, but I know that's not going to happen because we can indwell the Cucusaurs, and that's just how things are going to go for now. For us, I mean.
So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh? Chaska?
What you looking at? A feather?
A blood-stained feather.
Oh god, don't tell me that their phlogiston feather, or rather their phlogiston wings are made from Cucusaur, and that is why the Cucusaur attacked. It's because they made something from the Cucusaur and they probably like butchered them or poached them. That's the word I was looking for. The incident is forgotten about and peace returns to the Flower Feather clan. The next few days are uneventful, except for the flying trial preparation, which continue at an accelerated pace. Okay, I could read thanks to the fact that my stream is a bit delayed on my secondary stream.
Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Now this is problematic because I did not expect this second act to be so short. God damn it, game, why you do this to me? Let me go look for this. Genshin Impact Flower Feather Clan Tribal Chronicles. There you go. Let's see. How long is it? Let's see. Where are we? Tribal Chronicles. Okay, we are here. We did Act 1 and 2. Let me see. Act 1 had 10 steps, apparently. Act 2 had 7 steps. Act 3 is divided into 3 quests. Okay. And each quest has 8, and 9 steps. So 8 and 8, that's 16 plus 9, that's 25 steps. Yeah, that's kind of long. Not good, yeah, 25 steps, that's longer than both Act 1 and Act 2 combined, which is exactly what I thought. Knowing that Act 1 and 2 took us at least an hour and 20 minutes to go through, at the very least, I feel like Act 3 should take us at least 2 hours. Well, maybe not. Wait, let's see. Yeah, probably 2 hours, I'd say. Except 2 hours, I would end the stream at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is kind of a long ways away. I don't like ending the stream that far down the line because it's, or rather that late. That's the word I was looking for. Because, and that means that I can only eat dinner at 10, and then I need to unwind after a stream and stuff like that. So I'm not overly fond of ending stream that far or that late. God damn it! Why do I keep saying that far? Nothing is far here. So I think we'll do what I set out to do earlier. Let me switch scenes so we can yap a bit more. There we go, yapping mode is on. Yeah, as I said, we'll do Act 3 tomorrow. We'll dedicate all of tomorrow's stream to Act 3, especially because we'll have the time for it. Now, that being said, let me check the calendar as well. Oh, damn it. The first is going to be on a Sunday next week. Because I will be doing another all the endgame streams. They happen every couple of weeks, more or less. Usually after the 1st and after the 16th of each month, because that's when Genshin and Reverse's things, endgame content resets. And then I never really understood when the reset would happen for Wuthering Waves, or rather, I never really took a look at it. And for Honkai Star Rail, likewise, I never really know when the reset is happening because they have 3 endgame modes, so there is that to take into account. But never mind that. because I am trying to consider time-wise how to divvy up my time for my streams. So we have tomorrow to do Act 3. Next week, I would like to do Ochkanatlan at some point. I would probably also like to do a bit of the new local legends, just at least kill them once. I'm not going to try on stream to get all the stars because I feel like that's something that's going to take quite some time, especially because, for instance, I don't have all the stars for the what do you call that? The local legends of Natland that were already there before 5.2. I'm missing a couple stars, I think. One on Kosijo, the turtle. I can't figure out how to get that last star. And another one on... I think it's the one where you have to parry with the Traveler. For some reason, I can't figure the timings of the parry properly, and I keep getting hit at least once. And it is kind of annoying. Same thing with the dodges. The dodges, I managed to do it. At some, there is one dude who has a kind of a seesaw or something like that, a local legend like that, and you have to dodge and then attack, because dodging boosts your attack damage, and if you just try to attack him without this boost, it would take forever to kill him. So yeah, there is that one, and I did manage to get all the stars, but every time I would get close to actually killing him, I would get hit, and the last star for him is never get hit. So yeah, that drove me kind of mad, but it only took me about, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe to get it done. So yeah, I don't want to spend all stream doing one single fight, kind of like my Honkai Star Rail part, or in my last all the end games. I will try them, not once each, but I will try to get at least one star for each of them. So we'll do that next week. And I would probably also go back to Wuthering Waves for the gameplay portion of it, with the event and the fights that we have there. So I think we might do that. Probably Wednesday and Thursday we'll go back to Wuthering Waves, and Friday and Saturday we'll go back to Genshin, because I would like to keep Saturday for Ochkanatlan. Because I have no idea how long Ochkanatlan's World Quest is, but my Saturday stream can usually last a bit longer than my weekly streams, like in the weekdays, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I feel like it would be better for me to stream on that. It would be better for me to stream Ochkanatlan on a Saturday, which is why I wanted to do it tomorrow. But since we are not going to finish this quest today, the Tribal Chronicles one, I think I'd better be doing that tomorrow. I don't want to have a whole gap, too much of a gap between this stream and when we finish the quest. So yeah, we'll finish it tomorrow. So yeah, we'll go back to Wuthering Waves on Wednesday, and probably on Thursday as well. Or perhaps we'll do something with Reverse on Thursday. Who knows? It's been a while. Well, it's been a while, not really. But we'll see. No, yeah. At least Wednesday will be Wuthering Waves. Thursday, probably Wuthering Waves as well. Friday, Local Legends in Natlan. And Saturday, Ochkanatlan. I think we'll have that kind of schedule for next week and for tomorrow as well. But yeah, as I was saying, this will be the end for today's stream. I'm sorry for lying to you and thinking that I could do everything today, but yeah, between the fact that I'm tired, I'm hungry, I need to cook, because unfortunately I do not have anything prepared. I usually try to prepare meals prior to my stream, that way I can eat right away after I'm done streaming, and I don't like eating during streams, so there is that to take into account. But yeah, I think it will be better for me to end stream for now, even though this is kind of a shorter stream. I think I may have spent too much time yapping about Honkai Star's live stream, the new characters, even Genshin Impact theories and stuff like that. But yeah, that's on me. It's not really on me. It's just that's how I work. I mean, what do you call that? The description of my channel on Twitch, and I think on YouTube as well, is basically playing gacha games and yapping. So there is going to be yapping with me. Just like there is yapping right now, actually. So anyway, the fact is that today's stream was lovely. I'm very excited for Honkai Star Rail and even Wuthering Waves updates. Although Wuthering Waves will have to wait. Honkai Star Rail will have an update not next week, but the week after that. So yeah, we have our schedule for next week, and for the week after that, we'll probably do some Honkai Star Rail, because we have a bit of story. Apparently, it's kind of I forget the name for kind of the ending for Penacony, and then a kind of prologue for Amphorius, I think is the name of the new planet we're going to. So yeah, we'll do that not next week, but the week after that. So we have a packed schedule thus far. And in the meantime, I will keep working on my next video for Wuthering Waves. I am really trying my best to make these videos sooner rather than later, or rather, I'm not rushing them either, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I am trying to devote as much time as I can to these videos. But for now, it's taking me a bit of time in order to make them. Because I was also focused on improving my streams. So now that I think I have things more or less figured out for my streams, I will be able to focus more on videos, and hopefully my next video will come out probably not next week, but if I'm lucky, the week afterwards. I think so. I don't want to promise anything because I'm really not sure, and it all depends on how things tend to go in the rest of my life. So yeah, there is that. On that note, thank you for anyone and everyone who watched the stream. That was lovely. I wish you a great time, whether it is the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. I wish for you to have a great time, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.